Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Let me just move back a little bit. Done a little bit in the office, if you like, moving shelves and that, and putting things in certain places, and that doesn't fit as well. The old tripod thing, uh, as well on the shelf as it used to. So I have to move back a little bit. But you don't need to know that, do you? But I always tell you a load of rubbish. Anyway, hope you've had a great Sunday. It's the 6th of April. So I hope you've had a good Sunday. Hope your weekend's been good. Mine started out reasonably okay. Leeds dropping 2 points. Unfortunately, Burnley won. Then we go and lose, which was completely shit. So we blew our chance of going top. That's Sheffield United, that is. And then just done bits around the house. United have got a draw against City today, which is not a surprise. I actually thought, but it is slightly a surprise. And I actually thought United would end up beating City. But that's it. I've had a nice big dinner. Watched a couple of episodes of some programs, Reacher and Gangs of London. And I've decided to come do a beer review. So let's crack on with it. Let's stop talking waffle. This beer is a supermarket beer. It was picked up in Morrison's in Wrexham, or was it Tesco's? Morrison's in Wrexham, and it's one of them that I try and avoid, but then you sort of run out of a few beers and you think I've got to pick stuff up. It's actually a beer that I used some Christmas vouchers off the mother-in-law for, so we're off to sort of like adjunct specialists, if you like, or a brewery that can produce good beers but tends to produce not very good stuff. And we're off to Wales, South Wales, for this one, if you like, and it's Tiny Rebel, and the beer is going in this Tiny Rebel glass. And the one we are looking at is their Hop Hut Summer Slam IPA. There we go, Hop Hut Summer Slam IPA, Tiny Rebel. The old cans now are, some of these cans are starting to look like they're produced for fucking children, aren't they? You're supposed to be 18 to drink beer, and 18, we're all adults, we're growing ups, and we're being presented with silly bloody artwork cans for 4-year-olds. So yeah, IPA, SummerSlam IPA, coming in at 5.5%, 440ml can. I think this was £2.50. Something like that, and I think it was still on like a part of a 4 for 3. I'm going to tell you, it tells you a couple of bits on it. I'm not going to read everything on the back. There you go. If you want to pause it and try and zoom in, that's up to you. Taste: citrus, orange peel, mango. Hops are Simcoe and Idaho 7. Store cold, drink fresh. Had it for a little while. By the time this goes up, it's going to be about a month down the line, if not more. So let's get it cracked open, see what we get. Nice and chilled, only just come out of the fridge. I think I've seen JB from Northern Southerner review this. It's been a long time since he done that one. I don't think he was a big fan of it, but I'm picking it up. We're going to see what we get. Summer Slam and all that. It's got like, is it just supposed to be sort of like a very juicy, summery kind of IPA, if you like? It's got pictures of ice cream and hot dogs and that on. Yes, look. I was wondering whether it's going to be one of these sort of like ice cream on it, a creamy thing, but it's not going to taste of hot dogs, is it? Just because hot dogs are on there? I don't know. Anyway, can there, beer in a glass. There we go. It looks a bit brighter. Looks more orange on the camera. For me, it's not as bright a bolder orange. I think the light is doing that on the camera. It's more like a sort of just like pale sort of orange looking thing, slightly hazy, not much head on it. Look at that, that's died off, not much happened there. Looks a little bit uninspiring, it's got to be said. It looks quite thin. Let's stop talking, dive in with the nose. I'll give it a swirl, and I'll swirl it over the desk so I don't get it all over the fucking floor. As I keep saying, new carpets can't be damaging them. Let's have a sniff. Yeah, what's it say? Citrus, orange peel, mango. Definitely gets citrus. Orange peel, yeah, maybe. And you could say mango. I would sort of go tropical. I mean, if I wasn't looking at that, I would be just saying tropical, sort of juicy, fruity. it smells a little bit. It smells a little bit artificial to me. The juicy notes, the orange note, sort of smells like squash, like they poured squash in it or something. I don't think what else I get in there. You do get a touch of a hoppy note, but you're not hit by massive hoppy things going on. Anyway, let's stop sniffing. Does it smell? It smells typical supermarket stuff. It's a Tiny Rebel. There we go. Hop Hop Summer Slam IPA, 5.5%. Let's dive in. Give it a go. Cheers, everyone. Yes. Ooh. Ooh. Something on the back end there that I wasn't too keen. Something. Go in. For me, 5.5%. Feels a little bit weighty. Not going to say massively heavy. I wouldn't say it's a thin body. I think the body on it feels all right. Carbonation, very minimal. Quite smooth. I wouldn't really say it's soft, it's smooth more because there's very little carbonation in there, I would say. Back end, after the taste, it definitely leaves you with a bit of this bitterness that isn't very pleasant. Yeah, it's not very nice bitterness on the back end. Taste wise, there's flavour there, but somehow feels very bland. It sort of feels very bland and leaves you with a nasty bitterness. And I would say it's that sort of nasty. I said on the nose, it smells, the orange in it smells a little bit artificial, smells a little bit sort of orange squash, if you like, if you know what I mean, rather than sort of like through hops. And you know, if you have sort of like, say, a really strong squash drink, it leaves you with that sort of nasty sort of, it's sort of like a bitter twang to it. I think if you have a real strong sort of squash, that's what I'm getting off this on the back end. I wouldn't say there's a lot of flavour going on in the taste. There's flavour there, but nothing that sort of really stands out. What I would say is, I'm really having to think there really with the flavour. For me, the initial thing you might say, oh, it's a bit tropical note. Then it's that orange squash sort of note, like orange cordial whacked in there, but not sort of like with water. It's not that watered down cordial. It's like you've just put something neat in there and you're like, ooh, cool, that's a little bit thing. And it leaves you with that sort of nasty sort of bitterness on the back end, as if you've just drunk neat squash. Yeah, it's not very nice, to be honest. It really isn't. It's it's a bit shit. If I'm honest, it's pretty shit, if I'm honest. Yeah, I don't think that's a very nice beer. That's poor. 5.5%. Yeah, I don't think you'd really know it was 5.5%. Go in again. You'd probably think that was about 5%. And then, yeah, it's pretty shit, to be honest. You know, I wasn't expecting much, but it's pretty nasty in taste. It's sort of bland but nasty, and really not enjoyable. And if I'm totally honest, that's probably one of the worst ones of Tiny Rebel, I think I've had one of the worst ones. They've done some shit beer, but I think that's got quite a nasty taste to it and nasty twang. So yeah, I'm going to end it there. Tiny Rebel Hop Hut Summer Slam IPA. Yeah, from Morrison's. This was from Wrexham. £2.50. To be honest, it's a shit beer. It's a shit beer, to be honest. I wouldn't recommend that to anyone. I really don't think that's very good. And that's about the nicest thing I can say to it. Yeah, if you've had it before, let me know your thoughts. Thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hard work, that video, but hey ho, that's how it goes. This will be up in a long time, so by the time you watch it, I'd have been saying all this probably about a month ago, but hey ho, that's how it goes. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thanks for watching, like I say, and I will see you again soon on another one. Cheers.